those girls are young kids.
Young kids
Gloucester,
from the
Burlington
surrounding
County.
suburb, Burlington County, Gloucester County, Camden County.
And so when those parents say that doesn't happen, not my kid.
Oh, listen, it happens.
60% of everybody that's going to right now is doing heroin. I still have friends in Mount Holly that come down to Camden and see me quite often and ask me where the good heroin is.
So let's take high school. What percentage of kids in high school you think use drugs?
Probably like
at least 40-50% at least.
Yeah.
40-50% of high school students do drugs.
At least.
People seem to think that the students who are more easily identifiable as the bad students, the ones who get the bad grades, the ones who make trouble in school, are the only ones who would possibly fall down that path of drug abuse and addiction, and it's not. These are good kids as well that struggle with this.
So these suburban parents think, you know, that could never happen to their kid. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely. They don't think it can happen to their kid, and another thing is they don't know how many people really do use in suburban areas. There's a lot of people that use, you know, and they don't see it. A lot of people can hide it.
There's kids everywhere, and the drugs are everywhere, and the parents just don't understand that, yes, it is outside your doorstep, and it just might be next door. You don't know.
Kids are 13, 14, 15 years old now taking Percocets and Vicodin and hydrocodone and oxycodone and Rockettes, and they're not realizing that you are a dope fiend in the making.
right.
You're a dope fiend
Where
in
are
the
they getting the perks and
Oh, right out of their mom's cabinet.
It's an epidemic. It's out of control. In the last month, probably 12 to 14 deaths from the ages of 13 to 22.
I had a couple girls here, about 14, 15, standing on corners. They're supposed to be at the mall. It can happen.
most girls come out here because of drugs?
Yeah.
That's how it always starts, or most of the time? Or
That's the only reason why girls come out here.
So how did it start?
Prescription pills.
And how old were you?
I was about
Talk loud.
18.
18?
I was a little bit younger. I was probably I was 15.
15 and you started taking Percocet?
Percocets. 30.
Where'd you get them?
Friends, whoever.
Oh yeah, all the girls are from the suburbs.
All the girls out here in Camden working the streets are from the suburbs?
Most of them, yeah.
And they're here supporting a drug habit?
Yeah.
Which is where?
Whether Mount Laurel, Morristown, Cherry Hill, Haddonfield, Prince, anywhere, you know what I mean? Like any nice area.
I think there's more suburban girls out here in the streets than there is Camden girls in the street right now.
First time I smoked marijuana, fell in love with it.
Kids are having rainbow parties. They're mixing all these drugs from medicine cabinets, and they're taking handfuls and they're swallowing them, and they're either dying or having a good time, so they think, and then they're continuing it. They're doing it again. Well, it's not a drug that you can do again and think you're going to walk away from it. It's not going to happen.
I lost everything. I didn't have a phone anymore. I didn't talk to my family. I cut everyone off, and it was so scary to do something like that because my family meant so much to me. Like they're a really close family. I come from a great family, upper middle class, live in $1 million farm, and I'm sitting now in an abandoned building that I'm paying $20 to a homeless person to live at, and selling methamphetamines for gang members. And like I'm waking up every day with a needle in my arm, and it was just the most heart-wrenching thing to wake up to every morning. And I came to terms eventually that this is how I was going to live.
Started off sniffing, and then sniffing, you need more bags, you don't get as high. So you do the shooting, so you don't have to do as much drugs, and it's a revolving door.
Nothing is better, ever. You think it's all going to get better, but it doesn't.
Do not end up like me, trust me. It's not the life you want to live. It's not glamorous. It's not, you know, it's not fun. It's really not. I'm really dead inside. I'm not, you know, really killing myself. I didn't realize how fast I was destroying my life.
Yeah, they need to know they're wrong. I don't care how good of an upbringing you have. Matter of fact, the better your upbringing, the more likely you are to do drugs.
How's that?
Because the rich kids are the ones that get high easier.
It's that whole keeping up with the Joneses mentality in suburbia where, you know, the nice car and this car is better and I make better cupcakes at the PTA and my fence is prettier than your fence, but both our kids are heroin addicts. Or both our kids are, you know, got drunk last night. Maybe we should talk about this so that next time we have a party, we can stop it from happening. It's a big problem, and parents need to come together and resolve it and not be judgmental. Because I didn't think it would happen to me. I did everything I could to not have it happen to me.
Kids aren't realizing they're getting themselves into nowadays. You know, they're taking these prescription pills, taking these, you know, and they're not realizing in 6 months they're going to be shooting heroin and robbing their families.
Right.
You know,
and they don't see it happening to them.
No, but see, that's the whole thing. Nobody does.
There's just such insanity that goes along with drugs. People don't realize, you know, once you start, it's really hard to stop. I know people say, oh, well, you can smoke so much pot and then, you know, people never move on to anything stronger. That may be true, but most people do move it on to something stronger.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years? You don't know?
I didn't see me this far.
Right. Yeah. Where do you see yourself in a year if you don't get help?
Dead.
Really?
Yeah. I was instilled with good morals. There's no reason for this, you know what I mean? But it can take anybody from Park Avenue to Park Bench, anywhere in between. It's not biased, whether it's color, creed, race, nothing.
Don't ever pick up drugs. You wouldn't look like me, have nothing. Nobody wants you. You're just the scum and the trash of the earth that's on the littering on the floors of Camden. You're just trash. You're nothing, you're nobody. And you will never have any. And you will lose everything you have when you get it.
You don't want to be like me, or, you know, because I was pretty and very educated, but I stopped somewhere along the way.
I wish I would have had the knowledge then that I do now about drugs and everything, because we would have probably been able to handle situations a lot better. But I don't think Mark really wanted to be this way. He was really trying, I think, but again, like my brother said, the pull of the drug is so strong, and it just took his life away.